Well, here we are. It's August of 2012. I'm Jersey Joe, and this is Garden Tour 2012. Right now, what you're looking at in the short distance there are the pole beans. Now, of course, we had this discussion year in and year out, and this year they actually are on poles. Okay? And if you're wondering how long a pole bean is, well, that's my hand. And as you can see, the yellow pole beans are a couple inches longer than the old hand. And if we come over here, we'll see that the greens are equally as long. These are going to be picked in a few minutes when we're done having our little tour. But we actually got the pole beans up poles this year, going back to my roots when I used to do them on the side of the garage before my wonderful neighbors put up all those trees over there so I don't get enough sun. But undaunted. Now, by comparison, these are bush beans. Pole beans, bush beans. These beans are going to be a little shorter as well. One of the best crops we've got going this year is the world of basil. I don't mean basil faulty, I mean basil the herb. Now again, those are about 3 or so feet high this year. Has to do with the sunshine and the soil, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Just give you the various varieties of tomatoes, celebrities, not in name, no Marilyn Monroe's or Clark Gables in here, but you can see, can you see? There we go. Look at the size of those suckers coming. Unfortunately, I don't have a red. Oh, there's one red one way tucked in there. I don't think we're going to get a look at it though on camera. These, let me get the garbage pail first for sense of height. So that's a garbage pail. And those are the cherry tomatoes. They're about the width of a nickel or so. And I'll probably get between 500 and 1,000 of those little suckers over the course of August and into September. And way over here we have the beefsteaks, which again you can see. Oh, look at this. We got a Salem the cat sighting. Salem, why don't you wave at the camera, honey? Come on, sweetheart. Atta girl. Look at the size of those paws. Salem, as some of you know, has 6 toes on each of her paws. And she's a witch's cat. She's named after the Salem witches. Where, by the way, trivia fans, no witches were burned at the stake. They were drowned, they were stoned. Well, stoned sounds cool. All right, Say, you move along. Now, we're moving into the pepper area now. These are my Aruba peppers. They grow a bit differently than your standard pepper. And again, we'll give it a little hand job action, just to give you an idea. Come here, Say. Okay? See? There's a hand, there's a pepper, and there's a cat. Aw, sweetheart. Yeah. I didn't realize you were so damn photogenic. Look at this, the star of the show. Chard. Big leaf chard. This year what we're doing is we're stir frying it with some bean sprouts and some green onions, a little bit of soy or something similar. No garlic, and it's coming out very nicely. And again, back basil and the leaf lettuce. Over here are our gourds, our winter squash, or acorn squash as they're properly called. As an example of one of the better ones. You're going to cut these in half and bake them in the oven with some butter and nutmeg for about 45 minutes. And then you just eat them right out of the gourd. You don't even have to use a bowl if you don't want to. Coming into the zucchini or summer squash area, give an example of what can happen when it gets nicely hot and it really rains. Now, the one on the bottom is about 1 foot long, and at its widest point is almost 4 inches in diameter. The one above it is just coming into what's supposed to be the perfect size for a zucchini. So this one is the one that got away. But that'll end up in a gazpacho soup, so all is not lost. The only problem with the bigger zucchini is that the seeds in them get in your way. What we've also done this year is we've planted them in a bit of a rotation. So we've got the early, the middle, and then we've got the ones that are going to probably come to fruition in September. Yeah, I know, they look like piddles, but everything's got to start somewhere. And those zucchini I just showed you were the Longini, the Italians. They got the stripe variety, and here we got a good example of what is a dark green. And again, this one is ready for harvest, or it can wait a day or two. But if I wait much longer, it'll be the size of my calf, and ain't nobody going to want to eat it. What else we got? Well, that's pretty much everything. But one of the main differences this year, we're going to go way up in the air here, and what you're seeing is an opening. There used to be a big tree there. My neighbor had it taken down in late March, early April. So we're getting a bit more afternoon sun. And the other thing is, when the tree came down and they ground the stump into pulp, I went over at their volunteer and request, and I took 30 wheelbarrows of dirt and brought it over into the garden. And that's why, another reason why we think things are doing much better this year. These are the herbs. You can see even there, parsley's started slow but coming back. Sage, crazy sage, tarragon, and a little more basil. So there we go, folks. That's pretty much the story of 2012. And I'm going to be signing off in a moment here. Oh, there she is. There's Katie, not the photogenic one, a member of the family. Oh, she stopped. Look at that. You're even getting a Katie pose this year. That's Cattie Brie. She's got her bus pass and everything. Came in the mail the other day, so she's all set. And there's Say. Oh, look at this. Don't tell me. The both of them together. Well, this is a miracle moment. That's why this garden is so good. In any case, this is Jersey Joe without the glasses. And we'll be seeing you next year, if all goes well and things grow just as the way they always have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And see yous.